struggle and they go through addictions, if it's, you know, AA or whatever the addiction is, what do they do to cure themselves? They go into groups like this. And we all talk about it and we all get better together, because I'm not a better person. I have a lot of like problems, but we all do. And I think that's great to see someone sit up here and say, you're not high and mighty and you're just like us, because I am. You know, we go through this kind of stuff, and I don't know if you all ever experience it, but sometimes we have a cloud over our head. And the cloud can be addictions, the cloud can be self-esteem, it's there. So do you want to see sunshine? Just move out of the cloud, ditch the cloud. You know, let the sun shine through whatever the sun is in your life, let the sun shine through and clear away the clouds. You know, I mean, Francis probably knows better than anything. I have my bad days. I'm so picky on customer service driven. And not that you're all customer, I'm so picky. If someone leaves, it's never happened. That's driving me crazy. Because I just don't like that. I want to be on time. I want people to be happy. I don't want an unhappy person, because I don't want to shatter your dreams of, hey, this is the star and the actor I grew up with, and now I met him and he's just a jerk. And I've had that pleasure of experiencing that with a lot of actors and a lot of other celebrities, even on tour, not here on this, of course, Wizard World. Okay, maybe not. But even being an actor, you know, again, if you're all hired as extras, we're geared and trained not to talk to extras. Don't hang out with the crew. So we're trained in this mindset of like being this kind of warrior. I could train warriors, and we can train in how you train. Don't talk to actors. Here's your chair. Don't talk to crew people. Don't eat candy. I'm gonna eat as much candy as I want. So you know that stuff. I always broke those rules and trained myself in being a human. Are you rushing out here? I know y'all like cornering me. That's too fast. We got someone else coming in here right now? Yes.
Comment and a question. I'll try to make it fast. I met you in Chicago last year, and I did.
pt2 or Wizard World?
Yeah, it was Wizard World. It was in Rosemont, and I did have a little bit of a negative experience when I first met you, because it was like the first time I was meeting you like ever, and I was upset about it. I still came to my photo op and everything. And we were talking, and I was saying you're doing meet and greet. I'm like, you know what? I need to give him one more chance.
What was the negative experience?
It just felt like very impersonal, like we were being kind of rushed through.
You know, you have to understand something, and I'm sorry you experienced that. Listen to this. I've never turned an autograph down, and this is such a high one of these jobs that you have to understand. They're calling your name from around a circle. Jason, hey, and you have to maintain the balance of it. Sometimes if you had that experience, I'm sorry you've had it with me, because I don't think a lot
of people have. Like I said, I'm old enough that I'm like, you know, he's a busy guy. So I was
but
just like,
I want to know though. I got to get to the bottom of it. Personal, where were you at, and what were you doing?
It was Chicago's Rosemont.
Where? What were we doing?
It was at the table for the autographs and pictures and stuff.
So it was.
We just kind of got rushed along too fast.
Yeah.
I don't think you remember.
Well,
I had to walk around the time.
Yeah, I remember you.
yeah.
I mean, I don't remember.
see how anybody could
No.
forget.
I meet a lot of people. I see a lot of
Yeah.
people that, you know what I mean? And I don't look at you any different. I don't remember you because how things are. I just remember people from Instagram, you know, Facebook like that. You have to understand, New York Comic Con, 6-hour line, 1 hour wait. And sometimes when I get people overall, I have pressure from promoters.
Well, see,
I had my line shut down in Albuquerque because I was told I'm taking too long with people, and they shut my line down. So there's a fine line and a fine balance of trying to please everyone. If it's agencies, if it's promoters, things like that. But I will tell you one thing: I'm probably the only guy that's ever, you know, done free autographs, free pictures, and never turned anybody away from that. You know what I mean? And so I apologize.
oh no,
You know,
it's okay. Like I said, I'm adult enough to where I'm like, you know, he was probably really busy and everything, but I wanted to hug you is what I wanted.
Yeah.
So I never did get to.
Well, that's probably the issue. They're rushing people along. I can hug girls all day long, and the people behind you aren't gonna. But I usually give hugs, and I'll be happy to give you a hug. You want an hour later?
Yes.
But here's the good thing. Like, I'd like to get feedback on. I post that all the time on Instagram and Facebook. Give me your feedback.
Yeah, you've stalked me on Instagram before too.
Yeah. See, but who really wants to hear the negativity side of a business? I do, because we want to fix it. You know what I mean? And that I don't want nobody to have a bad experience. But sometimes in lines when there's a lot of people, we have to like, it's not me. You know what I mean? It's one I give free stickers and all that stuff. So, but hopefully that made up for it.
Oh, it did.
for the
Thank you
rest
very
of your
much.
life.
Actually, yeah, considering it's a childhood dream, you know.
Yeah.
But my question is how do you feel looking like all of us, knowing that we were little
Yeah.
when
I
we started
me,
watching?
you know.
Because I was 11 years old when Power
Yeah.
Rangers was on, and I'm
Yeah.
31 now.
I have people that come up and say I was, you know, man, I was watching you as a little kid, and you know, some are older and look older, and the girl in New York's like, I gotta ask you, I don't know who are you and what did you do, and how are these people saying they grew up with you? You know, because some of them are like just maybe 5 years shy of being the same. I'm 40, so we have 30-year-olds, 35 that maybe we're 15 that watch the show, so they're like, I grew up watching you, but we're almost the same, you know, 5 years difference. But it feels good because I'm able to communicate on the logical side with you guys instead of as a kid side. Now you guys are old enough to deal with what you guys have to deal with, make your own decisions, and no one's holding your hand no more to guide you. You're swimming. That's just the way it is. You know what I mean? So I know you have a question in the back. We'll take a few more questions and whoever else comes.
Back in Morton times, how are you lucky to play the actor in comedy? How did you get that? Did you have competition to like, or did you like audition? That's right.
Yeah, audition.
Yeah,
Yeah, auditioned. Man, I tell you, it was kind of like a gung ho episode. I auditioned, and it was just they were like, "Can you come back tomorrow?" And I was the only guy, and you know, competition at that time. You have to understand, not a lot of people believed in it. There's not a lot of people that believed in it. Again, now you believe. But there wasn't people that believed in it. And I said, that's fine. I'm happy to do it. Let's do it. So I believed in it from day one. People ask me like, do you think that you ever thought it was going to be this big? No one thinks of that when they're doing something they love. They don't go into a show, something else saying, this is what I need to make. I go into it full-hearted. If there's one person here or other people, it's the same thing. I train my guys in karate to teach a class with 2 people like you're teaching 1,000. Don't give me that 1,000 attitude. All right, be together and give me the energy. And you got 2 people, and you're like, oh, all right, y'all do push-ups. Train my guys like that. So I never thought about the outcome of it. I just believed in what I did, and that's like if you guys do costumes or whatever you're into, computers. If you believe in it, then you don't think about the money. It just comes. Money will come. That just comes and goes. But if you're passionate and you like your job, people will see that you like your job. You know, I mean, so that's that. Yes, we'll have a couple more. We'll go here, here, and there. Sounds good? Yes.
We have some friends back home that we've been talking about this before. We were just kind of curious, and I'm sorry if this is a sore subject, but did you and Amy Jo ever really get together?
We never dated outside the show. It all happened on the show. No, I'm just kidding. You know, when it came to Amy, we worked together like 16 hours a day. We all became kind of like family. There was a group of people that would always hang, and it would be like me, Dave, and Amy. Dave's still close to Amy now. And then it was other 3. It was like, you know, it always happened that way in 3s. When Johnny came, then me and Johnny used to go hang out, train. Johnny helped me in my karate school. Steve Cardenas came to my school and taught for free. It means a lot. I'll never forget that. If you share something with my students, I would never forget that. Anything you do for me, like you're nice to my daughter, I would never forget that. You know what I mean? And that's what's important. And so, whatever your question, I forget all the time. But hopefully I answered it. No, that wasn't it. It was me and Amy question. I got you.
Is there ever a chance that like all the main Power Rangers from like the Mighty Morphin would ever get together? Is there any way that can happen? Like,
You know what, man? It's all up to the individuals. I don't speak for other people, and on Megaforce, that I honestly, even with the web series, I would do it for free for y'all. It's not about money, but you have to understand, have my own jobs outside my schools, my clothing line, so I'm okay. So I would definitely step up fun. Just, you know, but it depends on why didn't they all go to Megaforce? What's the story? What's the issue? I was supposed to be band together with a certain group, and we're all supposed to band and ask for a certain amount of money. It ain't that for me. Never been. So that's why I'm on Megaforce. I don't care what anyone says. Well, it's not union. Who cares? What all that translates to in English is there wasn't enough money. Sorry, I don't know what else to tell you. You know, so I mean, I would like to see that, but I'd like to see all the Rangers. No offense, in shape. I ain't gonna be no that, oh, look at them, 20 years later, there's more power. So I want to see like a team, a strong, this is like the Army. We have, if we're going to do a team, then we need to I'll start doing push-ups, sit-ups. You don't have to be ripped, but get in those spandex and let's look like a team and let's look like that hero. Don't look like a 20-year-old or 20-year-old, not 20, but 20-year-old, oh, there's that guy still trying to be, come on guys, there's more. I want you to all do something that you're proud of, that I'm proud of and you're proud of. To say, hey, that's my superhero. That's my guy. He kicks butt still, literally kicks butt. And whatever word it was, I know you and you, and you. Okay, so you guys, do you mind if he goes first? Go ahead.
You do so much for your fans and all. What's one of the coolest things you've ever done for one of
Make-A-Wish
your
Foundation. There's a whole other side I don't think nobody understands. When they see you or something happens, you're young on a show and you got 100 requests that my kids want to see you before they pass away. 100 requests. If I can't meet all those requests, it drives me crazy. I want to meet them all. Don't tell me if I can't go. And it happened that way. But my greatest was just trying to comprehend that you all don't even get it. Because you're not in my shoes. Someone's dying, and their last wish is to see you. That to me, that's super powerful. You know what I mean? The last wish. Like if you all think about what would be the last wish that you want if you were passing away. Like who do you want in the room? You can only pick 5 people. Who do you want? And I was actually chosen, so that was the biggest thing. And still to this day, I want to change you all lives. I love these things. How it changed your life, how it gave you confidence, and everything that I taught in martial arts. So that was probably the biggest one. There you go.
By the way, I'm Strange Talbane, and my friend Styles T, we were the one that made the White Ranger Tiger Power remix.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Here.
The remix beat that I made for the Facebook wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got that MP4 or 3 or whatever file. Yeah, it's perfect, man. Keep doing that stuff. I always fan-driven songs. If I'm doing a video, I might as well use their video for someone else.
And how was your? I know you probably did this. How was the experience on doing Power Rangers the movie? Mostly the Power Rangers the movie and the Turbo Power Rangers movie. How was
Just impersonable on the first Power Rangers movie and personable on the second one. We all had a band together and we had a lower budget and we had to get to the lower budget, $10 million budget, but the first movie was $80 million. It was unpersonal. It was a whole other corporation. It was those same rules I told you about. Don't talk to the actors. It would just take times 10. There's your room. There's this. That's why I'm saying this fame can end you like that. When you see people and you wonder what happened to them, why aren't they on that show no more? It's this that just got up here and boom, it ends. So for me, it was like a little bit unpersonal. Like if I asked someone to fix my wardrobe, it was like that wasn't their department. And I can't touch your hair. I'm like, man, just do it. I mean, I get paid to do so. Everybody got paid for everything. Wonder why the budget went to where it was. And so it was a little unpersonal. In Turbo, we all had a bond together. Me and Catherine had to share a car on top of the hill because the trailer couldn't get there, and we're all changing in the car. And that's where that girl asked me for my water bottle. And Catherine was like, what? She's like, can I have your water bottle? I'm like, sure. I was like, here. Then she walked away and she turned around. She's like, can I have your gum? And Catherine was like, oh. I said, sure. Catherine will never forget that. That was a good scene. I never forget it either, man. But I'm just like, what else you need? That's fine. I'm good. So.
she probably still has it.
Dude, I should have cut my ponytail off and she saved it. That'd have been cool, like put like in a frame or something. Or I forgot what happened, but anyway, donated it. So I should have done it. Go ahead.
I'm just curious. Like, obviously, you enjoyed playing the evil Green Ranger, even though it was only for a short time. But like, if you had the chance to play like your other Ranger selves to be evil, which one would you like to do best?
So, which Ranger would I like to be if I was evil? Or?
Yeah. I figured that'd be a tough one.
But maybe like when Kimberly broke up, like I should turn it evil again or something. You know what I mean? Like you left me, and like stalk her and be like a different color Ranger, and then like blame it on someone else and be like, that wasn't me behind the helmet, I swear. I like the Green Ranger would be nice to be a little evil, So, but I'm a superhero beatdown. I thought it'd be cool if we didn't have the Green Ranger, but we had the evil Green Ranger fight scene. Like I was thinking, like the evil Green Ranger versus like whatever Darth Maul or someone like that, the evil Green Ranger. know, like versus a superhero. I thought that was fun. But here's what I'd like to do, if you all don't mind, because I know if I don't get to my table, I gotta sit down there, right? Let's I want to make sure we get to that guy later. Sorry about your experience. Okay. If you all don't mind, maybe we can take a big group shot, and then I can put it on.